What's going on, everybody? The Scene Snob here, back again with another Scene Snob reviews. And today is 1917, which is kind of fitting because it is February 9th, which is Oscar, Academy Awards Oscar Sunday. It's starting in a few hours, but I got in the last movie I needed to see in the Best Picture category, nominated in the Best Picture category, and wanted to do a review. And I'm going to put it up so that way, if you're watching this before the Oscars, you kind of see how I feel. This may be the Best Picture winner. So if you're watching it tomorrow, take that in. Hey, Best Picture winner 1917. If that works. If it doesn't work, we'll see. So going into it, I really didn't know too much to expect. I knew some of the filmmaking aspects of why everybody was talking about it, and then that it was essentially a long take. Yes, there were cuts. Of course, I know that. I know how it works, but so I'm not going to say no takes. It was just one long shot, but it was filmed as one long shot. And I was watching a lot of the behind the scenes filming videos of it, and man, Sam Mendes is just a genius when it comes behind the camera. He just knows what he's doing, and of course he teams up with Roger Deakins, who's, in my opinion, the best cinematographer of all time. So you were going to get a slam dunk here in terms of movie. And filmmaking, and I was really excited to see this because of that aspect. Now, story-wise, I didn't know what it was about going in. I kind of went in fresh. I didn't want to know anything about it. I just want to go, when it comes to war movies like this, it's not that I don't want to be spoiled. I don't really think that you can be spoiled in this movie. I don't really believe in spoilers unless, somebody's really actively trying to go for a twist. This really isn't a twist. It's a straightforward story. There are things that happen in it that I do not want to spoil for you. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. I will just say the story follows Lance Corporals Blake and Schofield in the British Army, and they volunteer for an assignment from the general to go and find another battalion led by a Colonel Mackenzie, I believe his name was, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Colin Firth played the general, and they are tasked with going to find this battalion before they attack the Germans. They were going to have forward advancement on the Germans where they were, and they were ordered to stand down because it was going to be an ambush. The Germans were planning for this, so they have to go deep into enemy lines to get to this battalion to warn them and give the orders to stand down, and it's throughout the entire thing. You're really immersed in it because of the long take format of this movie, and you really feel the horrors of it through these two actors because they're brilliant actors in it. They were fantastic all the way through, especially Schofield, who is the main focus of the movie. And you'll understand that later. Nothing to take away from Blake, but when you see the movie, you'll understand why Schofield is the main focus. Now, Blake's brother is in that battalion, so he has a desperate need to go and help save his brother if he can. Schofield, I don't want to say a war hero, but sort of essentially a war hero. Like, even by the end of the movie, you're like, yeah, this dude's a hero. He reluctantly goes, but he's best friends with Blake, so he wants to go be with him. So they go on this journey. And it is a perilous journey. It is crazy. Lots of things run into very epic ways of handling it, being on the battlefront, and kind of things they've come across. Again, I don't want to spoil anything because I feel like it's such a beautiful journey through, and the long shot really pays off. Like I said, it helps immerse you throughout the entire thing, but the payoff is towards the end. It's on the front lines, and it really pays off at that time, and really makes you feel it, and it's bookended perfectly from when we start to the beginning, when we start to the ending. It's just beautiful how they play it out. I love the bookmark and the beginning and end. So with that, I loved this movie. Now, I don't think it should be the winner of Best Picture. I am still pulling for Parasite. I also still liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood better than this. I thought there were better stories. I thought they added more. They had more depth to them. This is a very simple, straightforward story that's told around beautiful acting and filmmaking. But those are a little more complex stories, especially Parasite, that also have beautiful filmmaking as part of it. So, for Best Picture, I don't know that this should be the winner. It's not my prediction. Well, prediction-wise, I mean, it's probably the best to go with. I just feel like it's the favorite. But for me personally, I would rather see something like Parasite win it. A movie like that. But if it does win, I'm not upset because it is a fantastic movie. And it is a good representation of what a Best Picture should be. And I think that's the most important thing. And if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking out. It's as a film fan, as a filmmaking fan, you're going to get a lot from it. There's so much appreciation because Sam Mendes, like I said, is a genius. And then you have, just from a film viewer's perspective, you have beautiful acting that really holds together, beautiful scenery, and a nice story. It's a simple story, but it's a nice story. So I definitely think this is like 4 out of 5 stars for me. This is a fantastic movie, and I really hope you guys get to check it out before the Oscars. But if not, definitely check it out after. It's worth it. Okay, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think. Down at the bottom, please hit like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification buttons. We have tons of stuff. We have my Oscar predictions on the Scene Snobs podcast this week. You can check that out before the show. My wife and I, Mrs. Scene Snob, we did another Married Movie Challenge, Oscars edition, where we watched Sound of Music. I hate that movie. She loves that movie. So we had a nice little rant and debate about it on there. There's tons of other stuff going on. Check out thescenesnobs.com. Follow us at The Scene Snob on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And like I said, with YouTube and SoundCloud, wherever you're listening to the podcast, just give us like and subscribe. Thanks very much. Thanks for listening, and take care. I will see you after.